The holidays, a time where you can get together with your friends, your family, and spend some quality time together. But for some reason, something horrible always happens. We're gonna be telling our most traumatizing holiday stories, and at the end, my friend will tell you how a bird took his place in the family.
So when I was... Shut up! Yeah, when I was 63 years old,
many years ago,
I was a kid, and I was sitting in the kitchen watching my mom cook like this huge Christmas dinner all day.
Mm-hmm. Wait, Alec, can your mom cook us all Christmas dinner one day?
Did she make a roti sabji?
I don't know what that is. I'm American. So she was cooking for like hours. When everything was like done, she set it all up on the table and she went to go get everyone because it was time to eat, right? Mm-hmm. And I was just sitting at the table. I was ready to eat and I was sitting there staring at the food. Then all of a sudden I had this amazing idea.
Oh God.
Uh-oh. Woman and amazing ideas never correlate.
What if I made the turkey dance?
The turkey dance.
Make the turkey dance?
not the turkey dance.
What kind of moves did you teach the turkey?
He taught the turkey how to gritty.
So what I did was I stood on my chair and I grabbed the turkey by the leg and I lifted it up and I started moving around and dancing with it.
Oh, look at her go. She's spinning it. She's spinning it.
Put them things down, Alec. Put them things down right now.
I turned southern.
But my mom, she's been literally cooking all day, so the meat was like so juicy and soft and fell like right off the bone and all over the table and the floor.
Oh, that's so good. Like his clothes fell off.
Yeah, it was like it fell right off the bone.
That was a murder. It's so tender.
And so my mom came in and saw all the meat just sliding off the turkey and dropping on the floor. And she started yelling at me. And the dogs ran in the kitchen and started eating the turkey on the floor. And then my brother jumped up from the living room seeing what's going on. And he tripped over a present. And then he fell into the tree and on top of the presents and crushed them.
What is going on?
Everything is just happening.
That is a cartoon full.
When he fell, he also scared our cat.
No.
Who else is gonna show up with character?
Santa Claus comes through the door.
The cat ran up the wall and jumped on the kitchen table into the mashed potatoes and got them everywhere.
What? No.
And everyone was just freaking out because everything was going wrong.
I just started eating chicken off the floor.
Whole house mad.
And there was food like everywhere. And I was sitting in the corner just eating my cranberry sauce with my bare hands watching everything.
And then the cat went into the furnace and it caused all the methane gas to appear. And then your mom lighted a cigarette and the whole house exploded.
And that's the story of how I ruined Christmas.
Wow.
Let me take you back to 24 hours ago. It feels like yesterday. I dressed up as Santa.
You were Santa?
You definitely have the body for it.
Okay, I had a full sack.
Yeah, you do.
I had a little hat. Okay, it said naughty on it. Okay, because I was on the naughty list. So I filled my sack with a bunch of little presents, and little as like very little, like literally fits in your palm. So I decided that I wanted to spread the Christmas joy of December, Christmas, and all the specials to everybody in the mall because I wanted to be the new mall Santa. So I had my two-dimensional strap-on beard. I had my little hat and my bag filled with coal.
Coal?
Just coal, the big bag of coal.
Big bag of coal. Okay, I individually wrapped every coal. So I would go around the mall as Mall Santa would, and I was giving out pieces of coal to people and making them unwrap it in my face just to see the joy from them.
Wait, but like, you don't know the naughty or good list. What if they're good boys and girls?
I know everything.
So I'm handing out these coals to individual strangers, and I'm just giving and giving and giving. And the first group of people I see, I'm like, hey, strangers, would you like to put your hand in my sack? And they're like, of course! Why wouldn't we? They each pick up a individually wrapped coal. But see, they don't know it's coal yet. I'm in this giant crowd, and they're all unwrapping it together, as people tend to do on the day of Christmas. It turns out, I just learned this, people don't like receiving coal.
Really? They don't?
So what they did was they all started to press me. Wow!
Ooh, what did they press you with? What did they say?
They started to throw the coal at the floor and at me.
Oh.
Wait, so you got harassed. You got assaulted.
And I was basically got assaulted, okay? And I thought I even introduced myself right. I was like, huzz. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Greetings and salutations, huzz.
I was feeling holly jolly, dare I say, feeling Saint Nick in me.
Did someone say Saint Nicholas?
Wait, you felt Saint Nick in you?
Yeah, like the spirit of Saint Nick.
I'm Nicholas.
Oh, I wish I could have Nick in me.
So, they start to press me. They start to like gang up on me. And they're calling me a bunch of mean names. Me, I just want to be Santa. I diffused the situation. I'm like, everybody calm down. You're all bad boys, and I know it.
Oh, did that diffuse it perfectly?
It diffused it perfectly because a whole crowd surrounded us. And eventually, it got to the point where they're just kind of like, you know what? We're just going to leave you be. They called me a lot of names.
Well, they're definitely all going to be on the naughty list.
So I did the Santa Claus thing. I picked up the coal. Okay. And I realized my target audience isn't 15-year-olds, isn't 18-year-olds, isn't 30-year-olds. It's children. Parents told their kids to come up to me so they can get a gift from Santa. This tiny child, max 5 years old, proceeds to come to me and says, my dad wants to take a photo with me and you.
That's gotta be illegal.
Then the dad says, go get a gift from Santa. So he puts the hand in the bag and he takes out a piece of coal. But it's wrapped. It's wrapped. He doesn't know it's coal yet. So then he starts to unwrap it. He's like, what is this?
Oh my God, this is a new Fortnite V-Buck.
I was like, oh my God, no. Apparently you were a bad kid. You got coal. And then he proceeds to say, what the heck even is this? And tries to eat it.
Oh, bro, you made a kid eat carbon?
Oh.
I literally grab this kid's hand and says, do not eat it. I do not want to be legally liable for this situation. I'm looking at the dad's like, get him. I'm just taking back the coal.
So you basically fed a kid coal.
No, I didn't feed him coal. I actually, if you think about it, I might be Superman. I saved the child's life.
You did.
Whoa, you are Superman. And you saved Christmas for that kid.
So, but this is the thing, right? One kid come up to me and take my coal. So what does the parents decide to do? They decide to swarm me. And there's a bunch of, there's like 15 children robbing me.
Robbing you for coal?
Dang, in New York, I don't expect anything different.
I literally had to drop the bag and just shout out, guys, I am not Mr. Beast. Stop robbing me. It got to the point where a mom walked right up to me and says, I'm going to take one for my daughter inside. I look her dead in the eye and say, it's coal. She proceeded to shrug her shoulders and take 3.
Take 3.
She's trying to make a barbecue, bro.
Then I had this random other mom come in here and said, everyone back up. This is my time to shine. She starts digging for this. She unwraps her gift, seizes coal, looks at me with disgust, and I just tell her, I hope you have a great barbecue.
Nice.
Dude, they probably thought there were actual gifts in there. Like, people were just getting unlucky.
Dude, my hand was literally like so black. It was just filled with coal dust. That's the story so far.
There's more?
Wait, so far?
To lead this all up, my pants ripped. Okay.
You pulled a SpongeBob.
My pants ripped from the top of the crack down to the bottom.
Was there anything underneath those pants?
Yes, I was wearing shorts. Thank God.
Ooh. Nah, you should have let full cheek out, bro. You're letting kids into your sack, bro. You might as well go full out.
Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle.
Pants are not ripped, okay? And I'm still trying to give out this Christmas spirit. I literally scream at the top of my lungs, who believes in Santa? And no one raises their hands.
No Santa spirit.
No Santa spirit. So then I'm giving out these more coal, as I tend to do. And I turn around, security.
They wanted coal too.
They probably stole one too. They're like, we got coal.
The guy was like, you cannot be wearing a mask in the mall. And I'm like, I'm not wearing a mask. I'm Santa. He was just like, look, you just got to go, okay? Like, I understand what you're doing. No, I understand the TikToks. You just have to go. I was like, look. I'll leave on one condition. I was like, listen, come here close. Are you listening? I want to see Mall Santa. Please let me see Mall Santa and I'll leave. He's like, bet. Mall Santa,
No way.
3rd floor. He's right there. After that, you got to go. I was like, oh my God. I started jumping of joy. So I walk upstairs. I see Santa Claus. I'm geeking. Up and down, rosy red cheeks. Oh my God, he's so fat. I need to sit on his lap.
Santa sitting on Santa's lap?
The Santaception would have been insane in the membrane. Imagine me giving Santa coal. Oh my God, that would have been a movie. So I'm screaming, Santa! Santa! Please, let me sit on your lap, please. Elves, not having it. They said, hell nah. And I'm like, please. I'm on my knees begging. Please, I need this. Please let me sit on that fat man's lap. They said no. So I do the obvious thing. I get on the floor and I start crying. Santa, why have you forsaken me?
You have like a baby fit. Like
I ripped off the beard from my face. I took the hat off. I denounced my Santa lineage.
No.
Because I was not having it. I'm going to every group of people. I'm going up to these people and their wives. I'm going up to these high schoolers like Santa has forsaken me. Santa basically stabbed a heart through my chest. But you know what? I gave out my last piece of coal and I went home happily ever after.
Wow. That was lovely.
This is like the villain origin story of the Grinch.
his heart grew 10 times smaller.
That's a Christmas miracle.
That was amazing.
It all started in December. I was in the Christmas spirit because me and my cousin were ready to go outside. So look at the snow that has freshly fallen on the floor. Oh, look at that. Ah. You know when the snow falls, there's like no footsteps in it yet. It's like all fresh.
It's the fresh, good snow.
We look through the window. Oh my God. We're huffing and puffing in front of the window. Oh, look at that.
It's like the tongue is like salivating across the window.
We're like licking the window and we're like, we have to go outside. I look at my cousin. I tell him, cousin, we need to go outside. We need to do some sledding.
Wait, is that your cousin's name?
No, it's sledging.
Hey, can you name him Ferb?
So me and Verb go outside. And we were like, no, wait, we forget our sled. I go back in the garage. I look for the sled and I see it in the back of the garage, all the way in the back, all dusty. I grab it. There it is. It's a wooden, old school sled that I had since I was like 9 years old. We have had this sled for so long. Look at that. Sturdy
Whoa.
wooden sledge.
This is old school.
You got a fancy sled.
That thing does not break.
Sledge that bobs and weaves. Yeah, bobs, weaves.
I see that sledge, I grab it, and we grabbed the sled. We started walking to a destination we knew we had to go. Close to my house was
It's a huge mountain.
No, it was the opposite actually. It was a big hole.
Oh.
Very big hole. Giant hole. It looked like a crater. This is the hole.
Hey, where is the hole?
I don't see a hole.
It's a massive hole. We wanted to sled off of that.
That is not a hole, though.
Oh, that is quite deep, actually.
That's deep.
That's like a trail.
It's a circle.
Looks pretty straight to me.
No, okay, it was this. Okay, this is what he's saying too. Okay.
Oh, that's an abyss.
Now that's a hole.
So we said we have to go to the hole. And we never really walked there. We usually go by bicycles because that's what we do in my country. But we couldn't bicycle because there's snow everywhere. We just gotta crash out of it. And we couldn't pull the sled with us. So me and Verb started walking and walking and walking. God, we were walking for like solid 35 minutes with the big wooden sled. We were huffing and puffing. But finally, after those painful 35 minutes, we saw in the distance a lot of people surrounding the hole. We're like, oh my God, there it is. A lot of people had the same idea. Pull up to the hole and go sledding.
Don't do it, Blaza. I'm like dead in the middle. You just see my body like, please, someone save me. I'm dead in the middle.
Of the hole?
The middle of the hole.
So we get there at the hole. Everyone was sledding. Everyone is having a great time. Jolly good time. And I see people like, you know, the inflatable tires sledging down, little babies sledging down. And we were like, this is flipping awesome. So we started sledging here and there as well, like the tiny hills. But then we were like, this is not fast enough. This is boring. This is a little baby route.
You need to go to the biggest and the biggest.
We started looking around this giant hole, see if we can find some like little trails that are like steeper. We found a ledge that kind of went like this.
Oh, so you found a staircase.
I looked at my Verb and I was like, I gotta do this. Verb was like, no, you can't do that. That's like a gap.
Like a death, you'll die.
You have like an angel and a devil talking to you right now.
So I was like, I do not care. I am sick and tired of that little baby piece. And I started getting ready because you can't just slide down there. You kind of have to jump into it, right? So I started grabbing my sled, which you remember is like 40 years old. And I started running, and I jump. And I
Oh my God.
perfectly land here. And I literally jump on it with all my weight. And all of a sudden, oh my God.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Bro's bending space itself.
The whole sled just snaps in half. Flat.
How? Oh my God.
Like it was like all bended.
You just broke the barrier.
Now I can see the hole.
Like the sled was kind of like this, but I made it like this, like it cracked like that. And my sled was still going, even though it was absolutely destroyed. So I like slid it down and came to a safe stop. But my holy jingle bells get absolutely splattered on that sled. Ow. Because it was not only, I busted straight through it, like jumping through a table. It was also wood. So it hurt, and I got like splinters everywhere. It was,
It broke everywhere.
And I was like, you gotta go back home, because this is unfixable.
But your jingle bells are unfixable or the sled?
A little bit of both.
The sled, bro. The sled was broken through half, and I went home and I showed my mommy, and my mommy was like, that had very sentimental value.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
And we're like, oh, I'm sorry, Bobby. I tried fixing it, and I don't know if I ever fixed it, but that's my slaying story.
It was summertime, okay? You know what? You know what I do in summertime? Like any other kid during middle school era?
Go outside.
No. What do you think I am?
Play video games inside.
Here I was, locked in my room, all dark, no shades. I'm screaming on Call of Duty, screaming at kids on the internet.
Till this day.
Nothing's changed.
Dude, these are the good old days. Everyone had a bad mic, and it was just straight.
Best time.
I'm trash talking this guy on the internet, right? His name was
Socks are one.
Potato Head something. I was talking to Potato Head, and at this time I had an Indian accent, so I was like, why are you screaming at me? Right? I was a squeaker. This was a grown man, and he was like, when you grow up, you're gonna really realize that life isn't fair. And I was like, what do you mean life isn't fair? What are you lecturing me? So I was continuing to trash talking this guy, and then he starts screaming at me, but the noise isn't coming from the screen anymore. It's coming from outside the window.
Oh, what?
Yeah, there was screaming outside my window
What was going on there?
While you were gaming?
while I was gaming. I put down the headphones and I'm like, wait, where's that sound coming from? I go outside to see what the screaming is from, and I see my mom. She's in the backyard with like blood in her hand.
What?
What?
Oh, what?
My mom is screaming at the top of her lungs, and she turns around and she has a bird in her hand.
Bird.
She went hunting.
And she found this injured bird, and it was the ugliest bird. But my mom, she took the bird inside and she started like feeding it dog food.
Yeah, your mom is so nice, bro.
The bird had an injured wing.
Oh no, that means it's never flying again.
Well, that was the case, but my mom was like, you know what? We're gonna fix her up.
Your mom's a doctor.
Here's my mom cleaning this bird in the sink, and I'm looking at this bird. I don't have a good feeling about the bird. You know, it's looking back at me. It's staring at me in the eyes.
The bird had like an evil smirk or something. What's going on here?
It was like as if it was here to ruin my life.
I was planted by the potato guy.
As if Potato Head cursed me. Either way, the plan was to keep the bird for a few days. My mom took my shoebox from my Jordans, my J's.
Not the Jays.
She made the shoebox into the bird's house.
Not gonna lie, that's scrap worthy. I would fight my mom if she did that.
Now, you know, this bird is living in the house, in my room,
In your shoebox.
in my shoebox. And every single night, I see this bird being kissed goodnight. I never got kissed goodnight.
I'm not getting kissed goodnight by your mom.
You're jealous of a bird?
And at the middle of the night, it would just start chirping every single night. Beep, beep, beep.
That's not how birds sound.
No, that's a chicken.
The bird eventually, like, one of his wings started to, you know, fix up and stuff, right?
Oh, yay.
I walk into my living room and I see the bird is sitting on the sofa.
Oh, look at it. So cute.
He's really a brother to you now, Mimi.
It was sitting on the couch. This bird is now moved from the shoebox onto the couch watching TV with my mom.
Oh, that's so cute.
She found a nicer and better son.
This bird has replaced you. So what did you do about it, Mimi? This bird is replacing you.
I was sitting with my dog because my dog was also mad. Me and my dog, you know, we were like we both hated this bird, right? I was like, you know what? We have to do something about this.
What?
The next day, I wake up to see my bird and my dog have teamed up.
Oh my God.
Oh, the dog betrayed you.
Oh my god! Dog's just chilling with a bird.
My mom is watching TV with this bird, feeding it. My dog is joining it. And then all of a sudden, so in Indian culture, we believe in reincarnation and stuff, right? My dad's mom passed away at the same time that this bird was found. So my dad started thinking that this is a reincarnation of his, like, mom. Now my entire family loves this bird. And what happens at night? It stays in my room, pooping all around.
That bird is your grandma, though.
Did your dad's mom poop a lot?
It literally poops so much. I try to talk to my mom about the bird, and she's like, you know what? It's still injured. You know, it's not safe. I look at the bird. It starts attacking me on the head now. Every single day I walk by this bird, it would do like an AC-130 strike on my head, dive bomb, rip out my hair. That went on for literally days.
I feel like at some point the bird just doesn't like you.
Mimi, we need to get rid of this bird.
At least it wasn't a hawk or two of them.
Is this story about how the bird is taking over your life and you're asking for help?
You know, this went on for days. Me and this bird had to stare down. Every single night I would see it get kiss goodnight.
I feel like it's gonna have a bad ending.
Eventually, the bird started to grow colors. It started transforming.
Oh my god, was it actually a hawk?
It evolved into this.
What? It's
you
a
have a
cardinal.
It's a shiny.
It's a hawk.
It's a red cardinal. Turns out there's like a really rare chance of finding a red cardinal in your backyard.
That's literally literally a symbol, though. Like, literally.
What's so special about this bird? I don't get it.
It's red.
Okay.
Basically, it means like renewal and stuff, and like.
Reincarnation.
Ever since it started growing colors, it started like being nice to me. So it started sitting on my lap. Then it started sitting on my shoulder as I was doing like homework and stuff.
It's like a Pokemon.
It would watch me play Call of Duty and yell at people.
Starting to understand you.
He's your new brother.
She started to finally accept this bird.
So is this a beautiful story?
This is a beautiful story.
It seems beautiful already, yeah.
Yeah, it was really, really beautiful. You know, like we saved the bird. It literally lived with us for 2 years. But at the end of the year, you're not allowed to keep birds in your house.
What law is that?
People keep birds in their house all the time.
I literally have 3 birds in my house right now.
No. What happens if he keeps this bird for too long? It will literally explode. It was just the right thing to do to let it go.
Because it was gonna be a good year this year, we had actually family come over. My cousin, she came over and she hated this bird. My bird thought it was a random enemy in the territory, so it started attacking her head.
Oh, did it do like that bird thing where it starts skydiving into people's faces?
Well, eventually, because my cousin was here and she hated the bird, we had to give her a whole room locked inside. It was Christmas Eve. I woke up, so I went to the bathroom. I opened the door to see that the room where my cousin was in front of it, Tilly was dead.
What? During Christmas?
Wait, Tilly never saw season 1 of OG Fortnite? No!
We held the funeral on Christmas in the backyard where we found the bird.
Has been a very dark holiday.
Guys, we need to pause this story. I heard a bird die and Blaza broke his jingle bells.
What? There's mistletoe right above us? What?